ating GHOST students ay 22K out of 1.2 million. Tama?
For 2023, 2024.
For 2022-2023, kasi sabi nyo kasi, there are 4,415 beneficiary of voucher system dito sa senior high school. Ilan ba yung estudyante dyan? 1.2 million yung covered noong voucher system.
Correct.
And you said a while ago, Mr. Chair, sabi ng ating ni Attorney Tara, 200 million yung
So
involved.
far.
So 22K yung involved na GHOST students dito.
So far.
So yun.
Pero pwedeng lumaki. Kasi yan lang ang na-check pa based on the LIS.
So, ilan po yung checkin pa natin? How many percent? Sabi natin 10% pa lang.
Yun yung
Tama.
PAYAC pa lang. Iba na yung system na ginawa ng DepEd. PAYAC yung 10% at that
Okay.
point in time.
Sino po ba yung anong bureau yung in charge po doon sa payment ng mga voucher na to? Kasi ang alam ko,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, yung PAYAC kasi, hindi lang yung PAYAC yan eh. Kasi yung chair niyan ay yung department secretary. Diba? Na nag-aalam talaga kung ano yung mga nangyayari dito sa program natin, even the GASPE and yung voucher. So, gusto ko malaman anong bureau talaga yung in charge dito. Kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na the whole DepEd na ito, di ba? So we have to point out talaga anong bureau, Mr. Chair, yung in charge dito. PAYAC dati, sinasabi nila, they are closely monitoring. So alam ko yung curriculum, yung standard, etc. Pati itong finance. So kung ganun kahigpit ang PAYAC, hindi lalabas ito doon sa pinag-aaralan ng DepEd. Kaya gusto nating malaman what particular bureau ang in charge dito.
Yes, Mr. Chair. To answer that po, the office or the service that is in charge of the government assistance and subsidies ngayon is our office po, yung GAS, Government Assistance and Subsidies Service. It was only created actually, Mr. Chair, before 2023, January 2023, it was GASO ang tawag po kasi Government Assistance and Subsidies Office pa po siya. It was created in January 2023. Ngayon, Mr. Chair, and I want to take this opportunity also to thank this committee because it was in this committee na na-push po natin yung DBM to provide us with a permanent na mga positions because GASO at that time we were only mga contract of service lang po ang nandoon. So this year's last year 2024 ginawa po siyang service at meron na po siyang plantilla positions po. So, it's already called GAS. So, as we see, Mr. Chair, no, ang nakita nating of course, mga challenges before, hindi po talaga to natutukan because there was no dedicated office at that time. And it was only in 2023 and 2024 na meron pong dedicated office na tututok po talaga sa implementation sa GASPE na program in partnership with PAYAC po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, itong GASO po yung in charge. So, paano nag-effect yung payment? No, I mean, sabi nyo kasi yung mga LIS, so yun yung pinagbabatayan. Do you conduct regular monitoring nung mga schools involved? Kasi Mr. Chair, alam ko meron sa bawat region, merong in charge din na bureau, na department sa bawat regional, no, na in charge sa private school. Kung namomonitor yan, nakikita physically, na-check physically yung mga bata na nandiyan, na-check, baka hindi dapat nangyari ito. So paano nangyayari yung nakakabayad tayo and then madidiscover natin may ghost pala? Yun ang gusto ko malaman. So, asan doon yung lapse?
Okay.
Dahil ba sa mga sinasabi ninyong hindi natututukan yan, contract of service lang? So, yun talaga ang problema natin. Bakit na tinututulan natin yung mga contract of service dito sa mga masiselan na trabaho talaga ng mga ahensya,
Okay. To answer that, Mr. Chair, siguro we can go back to yung natin, no, of the dedicated office, no, to implement the GASPE program in DepEd. It was only PAC, PAYAC po talaga ang nagko-conduct ng physical monitoring, which is yung sinabi po nating 10%, Mr. Chair. And in 2023, I think yun po, wala po tayong counter-checking. It's a challenge po talaga because we also don't have enough manpower din po sa baba to check. And wala din pong siguro partner lang po natin doon is ang PEAC. Kaya po hindi po talaga siya na lahat po ng schools ng participating ay hindi napupuntahan. So when GAS was instituted already, Mr. Chair, we opted to do a system-to-system lang po na checking. So through the LIS, which is 100% naman po. 100% yung checking natin doon sa school year 2023-2024. Again, there was a challenge still because physically, 10% lang din po ang napupuntahan ng PEAC. Ngayon, for school year 2024-2025, yun po yung dinagdagan pa po natin yung layer natin. Aside from PAC conducting the physical monitoring, we also engaged na ngayon po yung ating mga schools division offices to conduct also a physical monitoring of the private schools. So, aminado po tayo sa Department of Education na, of course, no, before earlier years po talaga meron tayong lapses, but as you can see po, starting 2023, we have managed naman po to rev up po yung ating mga validation and evaluation ng ating mga schools na participating, Mr. Chair.
Well, ang tinitignan kasi natin dito, Mr. Chair, no, paano yung nangyari. So, moving forward, yung sinasabi natin na monitor na ngayon, meron na kayong API, 'di ba? Kasi alam niyo naman, Mr. Chair, sensitive tayo pagdating sa pondo ng ating bayan o pondo ng mamamayan. Kaya kailangan talaga nating magamit ito sa talagang paggagamitan. So ayaw natin yung mga ganitong nagkakaroon ng problema at anomalya. Kaya Mr. Chair, yung sinasabi natin na nagtataka lang po ako kung paano, sino ang in charge doon sa pagbabayad nitong mga scrupulous na, kasi paano nagkaroon ng 200 million na na nabayaran natin na hindi natin
po yun
na-check, tama
nabayaran.
ba yun?
Hindi po natin nabayaran, Mr. Chair.
Yung mga ghost na mga students, di nahuli noon. At paano natin ngayon nagagawin yung yung pag-check. So kasi hindi talaga kakayanin niya ng DepEd Central Office. Kaya nga sabi natin meron tayo sa mga regional na in charge talaga sa pagmo-monitor, hindi lang sa curriculum, pagmo-monitor din sa physical na presence ng mga bata, lalong-lalo na yung mga recipients nitong mga subsidy na ito. So paano yun pinagugulong ng DepEd sa baba?
Yes, Attorney Tara. Yung point is talaga yung yung sa babae, paano niya na-check eh? Pwede ba? Hindi ba dapat SDO yun?
Yes.
SD,
Oo. So hindi kasi pwedeng sabihin na naamin na namin meron tayong lapses, meron tayong kasi kulang yung ating mga tao, yung ganito.
Pero yung LIS,
Hindi pwedeng anuhin yun eh. Oo, hindi pwedeng maging
LIS
rason yun
lang.
eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Kaya po nung last hearing po natin, Mr. Chair, we already done yung sinasabi ko pong yung 5 layers of validation na po natin ngayon with the senior high school. And i-add ko pa po yung gagawin po ng private education office to recognize the senior high school na mga schools po. So we already have this 5 layer kasi wala po si Representative Castro, if I may share it again, no? So the 5 layers po, po ng system na yan. And number 2, another layer po, Mr. Chair, would be once we receive the billing, ang office po namin, the GAS will conduct 100% again validation with the learner's information system. Upon receipt pa lang po, upon receipt. So that's around mga second semester, or less than second semester po pala, Mr. Chair. The third validation would be another 100% validation, this time by the PAYAC, our co-manager. 100% validation if natapos po nila yung second sem. And because hindi po nila covered yung 100% doon, we also engaged our schools division offices to monitor mismo then physically the schools that are participating. And I would like to add another validation or another ano pa natin doon to strengthen yung ating pagtingin sa mga participating schools. We also have the recognition na po ng senior high school, which Director Verns and the rest of the private education office is working on. Kasi ito po talagang nakikita din natin na isa sa mga tutulong sa atin na magsala ng mga participating schools dito sa senior high school voucher program, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung 200 million na hindi natin naibayad dahil na-found out natin na physically wala doon yung estudyante. So, out of 52 schools, tama ba, Attorney Tara, Mr. Chair? 52 schools yung na-found out natin na nagbibiling na merong ghost.
Okay, Mr. Chair, just to clarify, we have terminated 55 schools in total po. Yung ano po niyan is yung school year 2021-2022, we have around 22 schools. For school year 2022-2023, we have 32 schools. And for school year 2023-2024, we have one school terminated. So that's around 55 schools terminated for the 3 school years, Mr. Chair. Yung sinabi ko po na 200 million na hindi natin binayaran nung school year 2023-2024, is yung breakdown po noon, Mr. Chair, we will still have to submit to you po. Kasi nga, Mr. Chair, also for the information of everyone, itong school year 2023-2024, hindi pa po tayo tapos kasi meron pa po tayong schools under investigation. But for the 200 million, Mr. Chair, we can provide you po with the breakdown po of our findings po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, moving forward, Mr. Chair, so itong 55 schools na ito, so na merong alleged na fraud or whatever na matatawag natin doon. So ano po yung ginawa natin doon?
Mr. Chair, I would like to also to share na itong mga 55 terminated schools, our legal office is also looking at filing criminal cases na lang po. For criminal cases din po nitong mga yung mga students nila na nakita natin no enrollment record, etc. So we are working on that with the legal office po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, yun na lang. Thank you.
Thank you very much po.
Before we recognize si Honorable Bosita, just to wrap up yung kay Honorable Castro, right now may office na who takes a look yung payment, di ba? And that is
Yes,
your
Mr.
office.
Chair. Our office po,
And
Mr.
that
Chair.
office began, dati siya, lang siya,
Interim, I don't ad hoc.
ad hoc siya noong mga 2023, binuksan na yan.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Oo. Before that, wala.
Wala po,
Wala.
Mr. Chair.
But who takes care of the private school concerns? Is there any office in the Department of Education that takes care of the private school concerns?
I'll give you to Director Vern.
Director Burns, yes.
Mr. Chair, right now meron na po, but only
Hindi.
as of 2022.
As of 2022,
Yes,
ano
naka-create
pangalan
po
niya?
The
Peo
Private Education Office.
Office. Before that, kunyari nung time when this voucher system was first introduced in the 80s, the 90s, walang private office sa Department of Education. There was no Bureau of Private Offices or office. Oh, meron eh. Yan ang problema eh. Meron yan eh.
Meron tayong Bureau of
Yes.
Private School na
Yes,
pinuwag lang ng
that is
DepEd.
correct.
So wag na sabihin wala kasi imposibleng walang nagre-regulate sa ating mga private
So
school.
kailan yan? Kailan yung Bureau? Ano tawag doon dati?
Bureau of Private School.
Yes? Nawala yung mic.
Opo,
Okay.
ayan po. The Bureau of Private Schools.
Bureau of
po.
Private. Meron
Yes,
yan
po.
dati.
Yes, meron po.
Kasi dyan nga dumudulog ng concerns yung private schools. At least yun nauna sa inyo. Di ba? Doon yun eh. Ano nangyari doon?
We'll have to trace the history.
Oh,
But
I'll
with the
tell
DepEd
you.
order.
Ang problema, mas alam pa namin eh.
No,
Oy.
in the DepEd order, Mr. Chair, creating the private ed office, nandun po yung mga previous versions of the
Yes.
University
Anong
of
year
the
na wala
Private
itong bureau na to?
Let me check lang.
Anong year?
But definitely po before the rationalization plan in 2015. Wala na po.
Before that, anong year? Yun ang nagtataka lang ako, bakit kami alam namin eh. Bakit dapat that's yung that type of year. Dapat, kasi dati may bureau talaga yan eh. Tinanggal lang yan eh. Kaya nagtataka nga kami bakit tinanggal. That's why this committee insisted na mabalik yan. In fact, meron kami yung bill namin on IGASPE will really institutionalize it. Yung pinasa natin on third reading. Will institutionalize it. Pero ang question nga, kailan natanggal yan? Does anyone know? Ma'am Chua, Dr. Chua.
I just want to say that, yes, there was already the private education office, but I have to honestly say na just for the sake of having one, because there's no
Natanggal?
enough personnel.
Yes, kailan natanggal yung... Now they have, meron na silang plantilla. Nabigyan na sila ng plantilla because of committee
Kaya lang
meetings.
po, Honorable Chairman, kaya lang po
Yung kanya meron, gas ang meron.
kami pong private school every year.
Yes,
is
but Dr. Chua, that is not the query first. The query is, meron dating Bureau of Private Education,
which
ang
was
DepEd.
abolished.
Anong taon na abolish yan? Yes.
Mr. Chair, yes po. In 1975, the Bureau of Private Schools was abolished pursuant to Presidential Decree Number 1, passed in 1972.
I'm wondering, alam namin yung year, kailan natigil yan. Ang layo ng year mo. Can anyone give guidance to DepEd? Kailan natanggal to? I-check natin sometime before 2016. Pero after 2010.
Alam ko, Mr. Chair, natanggal yan noong ipatupad yung 9155. Check nyo, yung 9155, yung RA 9155 na nag-reorg na, yung tinanggal na, Mr. Chair, yung sports and culture na doon sa, So, parang yun natatandaan ko na.
Natin ganito. We know when, but can you submit a letter to the committee? Yung up-to-date naman, alam mo yung 70s sinabi mo, talagang alam mo talaga, Director Burns, nagulat ako doon ha. Alam mo, sa likod mo may mga nagtawanan eh. Sa totoo lang, kasi sobrang layo na nun. Hindi, it happened
Chair,
much later on. But again, just submit.
Yes,
Take
we will
a look
submit.
at the history, kailan nawala yan.
Will do, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Honor Dr. Chua?
Just want to say po na may PEO tayo, pero ngayon po every time you need data, they always ask us to still provide. Halimbawa po itong latest, may memo kami, ilagay namin doon magkano yung tuition fee namin, kailan nag-increase. Lahat naman po yun na nasasubmit pagka nag-a-apply ng permit o nag-apply ng increase for tuition fee. Parang sabi namin, ang dami nating record binibigay, sinasubmit, pero every time kailangan ng BEC, lagi ibababa sa amin, kailangan mag-fill up kayo. Ang deadline March 14, pero kahapon lang namin natanggap na kailangan mag-fill up.
No? Kasi nung natanggal yung bureau na yan, nung diniscontinue yan sa private, sa totoo, hindi lang sa nawalan ng pupuntahan ng private school sa DepEd, pero nawalan talaga ng office pati plantilla. Under the IGASPE namin, pasado na namin on third and final reading, we reinstated that para mabigyan talaga ng ng plantilla items. But it takes two to tango.
Opo.
Hindi pwedeng house lang na nakapagpasa, kailangan na namin ng kabilang version.
Opo.
So yun na lang, hintayin na lang natin yung because right now,
Assign po sa bawat SDO, isang tao lang. And then yung tao na yon na in charge sa private school, hawak pa rin niya ang public. Kaya po halos hindi
yes,
nabibigyan.
we
talaga
understand.
ng-
That is why including yung teacher load. Napakalaki ng teacher load for non-academic tasks.
Opo. Tapos yung kanina po,
Dininig na rin namin yun.
yung kanina po na sana ang senior high school natatapos ang isang school year, meron pong policy na binabasa aming mga private school ever since nag-start kami, 20 years na, dapat ang bata merong 180 learning days na inattend
Yes.
para siya qualified ma-promote. Pag less than 180, academic days, learning days, hindi siya pwede i-promote ng private school.
Correct. Yun yung minimum number of academic school
Opo.
days naman eh. Yeah.
Opo.
With that,
Mr. Chair, habol ko lang no, yung moving forward kasi kung iniimbestigahan nyo yung mga private schools na 55 involved, dapat tignan nyo rin sa bureau ninyo sino yung nagkakaroon ng neglect, no? Nagkakaroon ng hindi nagawa yung kanilang tungkulin ha. Hindi lang yung private school. Kasi sila nagsasubmit lang sila pero sino yung tumatanggap tapos hindi naman nila nagagawa yung tungkulin nila na i-monitor yan o i-validate yan, etc. So hindi lang yun ha. We have to check din sa part ng DepEd po, Mr. Chair.
with that, Honorable Bosita.
2023.